The self-sufficient woman is not born detached. She is shaped. She is formed through experiences that required her to hold herself together quietly. And most of the time, heartbreak was the turning point. There was a version of her who once leaned fully into love. She believed in effort, in repair, in staying through difficulty. She thought that if she showed enough depth and patience, the connection would stabilize. And when it didn't, something fundamental shifted. Heartbreak does more than break attachment. It breaks illusion. It dismantles the belief that love alone guarantees reciprocity. And it forces a confrontation with reality that comfort once softened. At first, the self-sufficient woman does not feel strong. She feels exhausted. She feels disoriented. She feels like the ground beneath her expectations disappeared without warning. But exhaustion becomes awareness. She begins to notice how much emotional labor she carried. She remembers how often she adjusted her tone to preserve harmony. She recognizes how frequently she tolerated uncertainty just to avoid loss. And she sees how much of herself she compressed to sustain something unstable. That awareness is painful, but it is clarifying. Pain clarifies what comfort concealed. It exposes imbalance that hope once disguised. And it reveals where effort became one-sided. The self-sufficient woman does not become cold overnight. She becomes observant. She becomes slower to attach. She becomes more selective about where her energy flows. This selectivity is not bitterness. It is discernment. Discernment means she watches patterns instead of promises. She values consistency over intensity. And she measures character over chemistry. There was a time when chemistry felt like destiny. When intensity felt like proof. When emotional highs felt like security. Now she understands that intensity can coexist with instability. Stability, she has learned, feels quieter. It feels steady rather than electric. It feels calm rather than dramatic. And it does not require constant reassurance to survive. The psychology of the self-sufficient woman is rooted in emotional containment. She feels deeply, but she does not discharge emotion impulsively. She processes before she speaks. And she regulates before she reacts. That regulation protects her peace. Peace becomes more valuable than performance. It becomes more important than validation. And it becomes the standard she measures everything against. She no longer rushes to explain herself when misunderstood. She no longer accelerates intimacy to secure clarity. And she no longer panics when response is slow. This change surprises people. Some interpret her composure as distance. Some mistake her boundaries for disinterest. And some assume her calm means she no longer cares. But she cares differently now. She invests where reciprocity is visible. She opens where safety is demonstrated. And she withdraws quietly where inconsistency appears. The self-sufficient woman does not beg for reassurance. She observes behavior. She listens to tone. And she trusts patterns over words. Trusting patterns protects her heart. It prevents her from rewriting reality to preserve hope. It stops her from inflating small gestures into long-term promise. And it keeps her grounded when emotions intensify. Heartbreak taught her something fundamental about resilience. It showed her that she could survive disappointment. It proved that she could rebuild alone. And it revealed that solitude is not the same as loneliness. Solitude becomes strengthening. In quiet evenings alone, she reflects instead of spirals. She reorganizes her priorities. She rebuilds her internal stability. And she begins to enjoy her own company without distraction. This internal stability changes how she enters future connections. She does not arrive searching for completion. She arrives already whole. And she participates rather than clings. Participation feels different from pursuit. She does not chase validation. She does not demand constant affirmation. And she does not collapse when someone hesitates. If alignment exists, it will reveal itself. If it does not, she will not force it. The self-sufficient woman does not view walking away as failure. She views it as preservation. She understands that peace is more sustainable than drama. And she values clarity over intensity. Her strength is quiet. It is not loud independence. It is not performative detachment. And it is not emotional shutdown. It is integration. Integration means she carries her lessons without bitterness. It means she remembers the pain without living in it. And it means she allows herself to love again without abandoning discernment. The woman she needed during heartbreak was steady. She was composed under uncertainty. And she did not beg to be chosen. Now she is becoming her. There is also a biological shift that happens after deep heartbreak that most people underestimate. Your nervous system learns what instability feels like in the body and begins to recognize it faster the next time. It remembers the anxiety of waiting for reassurance that never fully came. And it remembers the exhaustion of trying to hold something together alone. The self-sufficient woman does not ignore those memories. She studies them carefully and learns from them. She becomes aware of how quickly her body once reacted to emotional fluctuation. And she teaches herself to slow those reactions deliberately instead of obeying them. Slowing her reactions changes everything about her outcomes. When her body is not in fight or flight mode, she does not chase reassurance impulsively. She does not send extra messages out of fear of loss. And she does not escalate conversations prematurely to secure certainty. This regulation gives her a quiet form of leverage she did not possess before. It allows her to remain calm while others fluctuate emotionally. It allows her to observe instead of panic. And it allows her to respond with clarity instead of urgency. She also begins to redefine what safety truly feels like in relationships. Safety is no longer intensity mixed with unpredictability. It is no longer emotional highs followed by confusing silence. And it is no longer constant stimulation disguised as passion. Safety becomes consistency over time. Consistency feels calm and reliable rather than dramatic and volatile. It does not require adrenaline to feel meaningful. And it does not demand constant reassurance to feel secure. This recalibration changes her attraction patterns in subtle but powerful ways. She becomes less drawn to chaos disguised as excitement. She becomes less tolerant of mixed signals that once felt mysterious. And she becomes more attuned to steady, grounded behavior. Steady behavior may feel less intoxicating at first because it does not spike adrenaline. It may not create obsessive anticipation or emotional extremes. But it builds trust gradually through repetition and reliability. And trust is what she now values above intensity. Heartbreak stripped her of illusion and forced her to confront reality without filters. It showed her the difference between who someone promised to become and who they consistently were. It exposed how hope can distort perception when fear of loss is involved. And it taught her that clarity, though painful, is kinder than fantasy in the long run. This clarity extends beyond romantic relationships into every area of her life. In friendships, she no longer overextends herself to preserve proximity. In professional environments, she no longer tolerates subtle disrespect in exchange for opportunity. And in daily interactions, she no longer negotiates her standards for temporary approval. Her boundaries now exist internally before they are ever spoken externally. She does not need to announce them loudly for them to be real. She does not need to threaten departure to enforce them. And she does not need to justify her comfort to anyone. Instead, she adjusts access calmly and without spectacle. When someone crosses a line, she recalibrates investment. When inconsistency appears, she reduces emotional exposure. And when alignment fades, she detaches with composure rather than confrontation. This detachment is not punishment or manipulation. It is preservation of energy and stability. It allows her to remain open without becoming reckless. And it allows her to love without abandoning discernment. There are moments when echoes of past pain still surface unexpectedly. A delayed reply may trigger a familiar sensation in her chest. A subtle shift in tone may spark memory. And a small disappointment may briefly reopen old uncertainty. But she does not spiral the way she once did. She grounds herself in observable reality. She checks facts instead of assumptions. And she waits before assigning meaning to temporary fluctuations. Waiting creates clarity where panic once created confusion. Clarity prevents unnecessary confrontation that could damage something healthy. It prevents self-sabotage born from projection. And it prevents premature withdrawal that once protected her from imagined threats. The psychology of the self-sufficient woman is not rooted in isolation. It is rooted in internal security and self-trust. It is rooted in knowing she can survive disappointment without collapsing. And it is rooted in understanding that rebuilding alone is always possible. That trust is what stabilizes her nervous system. Stability is what shapes her tone and pacing. Pacing is what changes how others respond to her. And those responses begin to shift the quality of her outcomes. She is not closed to love, but she is no longer careless with access. She is not hardened by pain, but she is refined by it. She is not afraid of connection, but she is unwilling to abandon herself inside it. And she understands that alignment must be mutual to be sustainable. Now she moves differently because experience refined her instincts. She is not rushing into attachment, but she is not avoiding it either. She is not colder, but she is clearer in her standards. And she is not hardened, but she is grounded in her own stability. Grounded women do not collapse under emotional fluctuation the way they once did. They do not chase stability from unstable sources. And they do not confuse intensity with security. Instead, they build their internal structure first and allow connection to complement it rather than define it. The self-sufficient woman understands that heartbreak was not the end of softness. It was the beginning of discernment. It did not remove her capacity for love. And it strengthened her capacity for boundaries. That strength is quiet but unmistakable in its presence. It shows up in her pacing during uncertainty. It shows up in her standards when inconsistency appears. And it shows up in her refusal to abandon herself for temporary reassurance. There is another quiet shift that defines the self-sufficient woman, and it appears in how she handles disappointment. She no longer interprets disappointment as evidence of personal deficiency. She views it as information about alignment. And she adjusts accordingly without collapsing into self-blame. This ability to separate outcome from identity is powerful. When something does not work, she evaluates compatibility rather than worth. She does not rewrite herself to maintain attachment. And she does not overcorrect to secure someone's approval. Overcorrection once felt like effort. Now she recognizes it as anxiety disguised as commitment. She understands that forcing reciprocity only delays clarity. And she accepts that clarity, even when painful, is stabilizing. The self-sufficient woman also no longer romanticizes potential. She values demonstrated behavior over imagined future versions. She recognizes that hope must be supported by consistency. And she refuses to build emotional investment on projection alone. This reduces emotional volatility dramatically. When expectations are grounded in observable reality, there are fewer shocks. When fantasy is replaced with discernment, there is less confusion. And when projection is removed, stability increases. Her strength now lies in internal containment. She feels deeply but does not outsource regulation. She desires fully but does not attach identity to fulfillment. And she loves intentionally without abandoning standards. That combination is rare. Rare does not mean unreachable. It means earned. It means shaped by experience. And it means reinforced through self-trust. The psychology of the self-sufficient woman is ultimately about integration. She did not eliminate softness to survive heartbreak. She integrated discernment with compassion. And she integrated independence with openness. This integration is what makes her calm rather than guarded. It makes her selective rather than skeptical. And it makes her steady rather than rigid. She understands now that self-sufficiency is not isolation. It is emotional sovereignty. It is the ability to stand alone without fear. And it is the ability to connect without losing herself. The woman she once was believed strength meant endurance at any cost. The woman she is becoming understands strength means alignment. Alignment means mutual effort. And mutual effort cannot be forced. She no longer fears losing someone who cannot meet her consistently. She no longer fears solitude the way she once did. And she no longer confuses attachment with security. Security now comes from within. It comes from knowing she can rebuild if necessary. It comes from trusting her perception. And it comes from honoring her standards without apology. That is the psychology of the self-sufficient woman. It is quiet strength shaped by heartbreak. It is calm regulation shaped by experience. And it is the kind of power that no longer needs to announce itself.